It is time now for the Peter Chow Love Clock News and it's late Friday night, February 5th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. Let out 11 o'clock news and they're on this late Friday night here. Our top story at 11 o'clock here on this late Friday night here is a powerful earthquake toppled a 17-story apartment building in southern Taiwan. On Saturday, killing at least 2 people, including a 10-day-old girl, and triggering frantic efforts of rescue. Dozens of people feared trapped inside. Manchester, Hampshire, just 1 week into primary voting, Democrats are preparing for a long and expensive head-to-head battle between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders that could go deep into the spring or even beyond. Men exposed to the Zika virus who have a pregnant partner should use a condom or abstain from sex until the baby is born. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention of the Virus fighting guidelines aimed at preventing sexual transmissions. 2 small planes collided in midair near Los Angeles, no sign of survivors. The crew operating a crane in Lower Manhattan Friday morning took note of the wind gusts coming by the fallen store as a workers official said decided they needed a loaded crane to secure level so around AM as crane collapsed in Lower Manhattan kills 1 person. For years, Twitter has positioned itself as a global town square that is open to discourse from all, and for years, extremist groups like the Islamic State have taken advantage of the stance using Twitter as a place to spread their message as Twitter steps up efforts to thwart terrorist threat tweets. Washington. Satellite images taken this week at North Korea's rocket night site show apparently fueling activity seen in the past 1 to 2 weeks before a rocket launch. Moscow. Pope Francis and the leader of the powerful Russian Orthodox Church will hold talks in Cuba next week. The first meeting between the Pope and the Russian Patriarch and candidates some experts believe they may help soothe the conflicts. Beirut, Lebanon. Syrian government and allied forces press their most significant events in months on Friday, sending insurgents and scrambling tens of thousands of civilians fleeing toward the border with Turkey. UK Prime Minister David Cameron won qualified backing from Poland on Friday for his efforts to reshape Britain's relationship with the European Union as senior officials from the bloc's 20 governments worked for the first time on the details of the final. In Seoul, the United Nations Security Council Sanctions Committee is likely to suggest a ban on sale of drones to North Korea. Blake Fitzgerald, 30, was killed and pronounced dead following a shootout in Santa Rosa County, Florida. Fitzgerald's girlfriend, Brittany Harper, 30, was shot in the legs and taken to a local hospital. Chicago police say they believe 6 people found dead in a Chicago home were killed in a targeted incident still trying. A doctor convicted of murder and overdose deaths of a Lake Forest resident in California. 2 other California men were sentenced to Friday to 30 years to life in prison. In Des Moines, Iowa, Democrats officials reportedly reported a deadly encounter between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders from Monday's Iowa caucus after arrows were found. New York Democratic National Committee Chairman David Wasserman Schultz said former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg is possible White House when would be necessary. Is American worker finally getting a raise after years of scant real gains that survived a steadily fallen in employment and non-firing where just picked up significantly last month as sign the job market could be tightened in enough to force companies. New York global stock market slump and the U.S. dollar rallying on Friday after a key U.S. jobs report painted a mixed picture in the labor market and the left investors with a rebuttal view on interest rate prospects. The yield of the benchmark 10-year U.S. government debt fell to a 10-month low on Friday, extending a significant decline so far in 2016 amid strong demand for haven assets. When Wang Dong saw the female boss of the Chinese online lender interviewed on state television CCTV, promised both safety and returns, the stay-at-home mom thought she had found her in a deal investment. In Cape Canaveral, Florida, United Airlines launches 12 satellite U.S. Air Force GPS. Block completed its first mission in 2016. Washington, U.S. Army has given General Dynamics Land Systems a $50.9 million contract to operations for technical services supporting domestic Egyptian A1 production. Not all trees can be effective in global warming, according to a freshly published study in Journal Science that some tree varieties could even lead to global warming as noticed by the research team for all certain regions in Europe. 2 years ago, Ellen Monderson was collecting mosquitoes at the Smithsonian National Zoo looking for malaria that might affect the birds when she discovered some strange DNA profile from parasites in the mosquitoes that she couldn't identify. Apollo 14 astronaut Edgar Mitchell Kim, the 6th man on the moon, when he and Alan Shepard helped NASA recover from Apollo 13's successful failure and later devoted his life to explore the mind, physics, and explore phenomena, died at the age of 85 in Florida. Health officials in several countries strict by the Zika virus have given their female citizens an personal warning. Don't get pregnant. Childhood ADHD in girls linked to later obesity. The mosquito was never going to win any popular contest, but the deadliest animal in the world spreads the Zika virus. It's becoming a target of tough power for pesticides. A Kansas dad is making headlines after posting a photo on Facebook as warning parents everywhere. At first glance, you might see a little foot, but close observations showed what happened in 19 Ecuador as dad whose baby knew lost control shares warning about this very common hazard. Okay, look at that. New England Instant Alerts here at 11:05. Okay. Take a look at New England Alerts here.
In Springfield, Massachusetts, motor accident. Belmont Avenue 2 car motor accident with injuries. AMR saved due to possible fight at the scene. And it's just recently. And Brookline, Massachusetts, working fire at 11 Welch Road. Crews are working on a chimney fire with extensive walls on a two-story wood frame residential structure DWH. Here, Channel News Time is now 11:07 p.m. on this late Friday night here. It's time now for a travel report here on this late Friday night here. And looking at highways and byways of New England on this Friday. Much, much better than yesterday here. Although we've seen a few slow spots here in Worcester on 290 in the eastbound side from Route 9 all the way after around Route 9 doing an accident here on around 290 eastbound around Route 9 in Worcester here. Mass Pike is looking good from Stockbridge to Boston. Interstate 90 in New York State. It's a little slow between Chatham and Keene in New York State. But otherwise, smooth sailing commute on highways and byways in New England here. And 95 on the southbound side. A little slow from Orno and up in Bangor, Maine here. Down to New York City here. Long Island Expressway on both ends a little slow from Midtown Tunnel all the way at Brooklyn here. FDR driving southbound side, so from Harlem all the way to Midtown. And 295 after the fire deck is a little slow at Route 95 in the Bronx here. And 90, it's a little slow. On I-87, it's a little slow. On 90 around I-87 in Yonkers here. But otherwise, smooth sailing coming out here. And a couple of little slow spots around Connecticut here. On Route 15 on the Wilbercross Parkway and in the westbound side. A little slow around Route 121 in Chilton here. Okay, got another accident on 95 northbound side of Stratford after Route 110, so expect some delays there. I-91 on the northbound side, a little slow around Route 2 in Hartford here. 24 in both ends, a little slow around Route 195 in Fall River, and 44 on the westbound side, a little slow around Route 58 in Carver. Everett Turnpike, a little slow after 293 in Manchester after here. All right, let's take a look at MBTA alerts here at 11:08 p.m. here. For the shuttle buses placing Green Line D branch services in both directions between Kenmore and Newton Island stations due to multiple tree benches on the overhead wire between Newton Islands and Fenway. All bus routes on the Silver Line are experiencing moderate delays due to weather-related issues here. Fitchburg Line, train 431, 10:45 p.m. for North Station. Stop just after North Station. It is operated 15-20 minutes beyond schedule due to a switch problem here. Worcester train 5:40, 9:30 p.m. for Worcester is operated 10-15 minutes beyond schedule between Ashland Station and Route to South Station here. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Channel News Time, 11:09 p.m. here on this late Friday night here. Time now for a weather report here and
Boy, we have survived this storm like hardy New Englanders there, but we will get to the power outage map in a little bit here. Right now, our current conditions here at North Massachusetts at 11th hour here at 11 o'clock, 24 degrees on temperature with some fair skies, humidity 81%, wind speed westbound 5 miles an hour, barometer 3.23 inches, dew point about 19 degrees, and a visibility of 10 miles and a wind chill about 18 degrees here. All right, look at some current conditions here. 27 degrees on temperature right now. Here in Boston, it's 19. In Bedford, it's 25. In Fitchburg, it's 23 in Worcester. And in Milford, 25. In Sturbridge, 19. In Norwood, it's 26. In Taunton, New Bedford, it's 28. In Plymouth and Provincetown and Falmouth, it's 25. Out in Smithfield and Providence, it's 27. In Westerly, 30. In Block Island, it's 34. Montauk, 32. In Islip, 34. New York City, it's 29. In Bridgeport and Raven, it's 30. In Denver, 20. In Waterbury, 31 degrees. And Maryland, it's 27. In Norfolk, it's 28 in Woodlocks, 28 in Springfield, it's 22 in Athol, 23 in Fathams and Pittsfield, 27 in Albany, 23 in Silver Springs, 23 in Rutland, and Bennington and Vermont, 21 in Lebanon, after 23 degrees out in Laconia and Cogan, after 21 in Manchester and National Hampshire. It's 23 in Jaffa, after 25 in Keener, after 24 degrees in Mont, Portsmouth, after 24 degrees up in Port Maine here. Okay, look at that surface map, and it shows the station front through New England and up in the eastern Quebec. Warm front on the British Columbia and a cold front Washington, Oregon coast there. And a station front from eastern Alberta stretching to Saskatchewan, Banff, and North Dakota, cold front for the Dakotas, and a warm front from southern Minnesota down to northern Iowa, and a cold front from south central Iowa stretching to Missouri and up to southern Illinois, down for Indiana, and a pink front from eastern Indiana down for Ohio and down for western Quebec with a low pressure right in Quebec here. 4 down for Ontario with a low pressure in west central portion of Ontario, and a 4 from north central Texas and central Oklahoma and Kansas, and a 4 low pressure in northern Texas, and a 4 from south of San Francisco Bay down off the Baja California coastline there. And low pressure is right in eastern South Dakota, Indiana, western Quebec, western Ontario, and north central Texas there. And high pressure ridges here in the western Great Lakes, one in western Wisconsin here. Another ridge of high pressure here covering much of the mid-south region here and into the Appalachians, and another high pressure ridge covering much of the intermountain region here. All right. It is 30 degrees in Buffalo, 23 in Montreal. It is 35 in Washington, D.C., 33 in Charlotte. It's 37 in Atlanta, 65 in Miami, 60 in Brownsville, 48 in Dallas, Texas, 35 out in Kansas City. It's 29 in Chicago, 25 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 42 degrees at Great Falls, Montana, 49 in Seattle, 57 in San Francisco, 67 in Los Angeles, 30 in Salt Lake City, 15 in Denver, 35 degrees in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here. Okay, look at that radar picture here at the 11th hour here. Looking at the radar scene here, and this is the last of the storm we got today. Snow, sleet, and rain in eastern New Brunswick, down from Nova Scotia down for Newfoundland here, and some spotty snow showers in central portions of New York between Utica and Syracuse. Spotty patches of snow showers around Ontario, stretching in the east central portions of Iowa. A lot of rain showers from central Texas down for Oklahoma and down in Kansas around Kansas City. Snow pelts around east central Iowa down from northwestern
Illinois stretching to west central and southwestern portion of Wisconsin. Some spotty snow showers in UP and Michigan here. Spotty snow showers in north central portions of North Dakota down to southwestern portions of Manitoba down to southeastern portions of Saskatchewan here. Rain showers in the south central portions of Alberta. Some spotty snow, sleet, and rain showers in central and eastern portions of British Columbia had some sleet and rain showers in the Cascades of Washington, Oregon. Rain and sleet around western Washington and western Oregon coastlines here. Spotty rain showers in several portions of Oregon and northwestern portions of California here. All right. Look at that silent loop. So line of clouds coming much to Canadian Maritimes. Line of clouds coming much to Canada. And one cloud spot from Canada down for the Pacific Northwest into Montana and down for northern California and northern Nevada here. Petri clouds from Texas stretching into Oklahoma and down for Kansas and down western Missouri and down for southeastern Nebraska down for Iowa. And a line of clouds from Mississippi stretching down for mid-south region and up into western Virginia here and stretching up into west central Pennsylvania. And a line of clouds coming to much of Michigan and down for Indiana, coming to much of Ohio and coming to much of Ontario here. Patchy clouds around New England there. All right, let's take a look at weather notes here. Snowfall so far, 12 for Worcester, 10 for Taunton, and 10 inches for Haverhill and Chelmsford. Boston's got 7 inches, so Middleburg 9 inches, Taunton 10 inches, Plymouth 8 inches, Providence went on 7 inches, Sandwich, Mass 7 inches, and here Norton 7.5 inches here. Snowfall total so far for Boston 17.2 inches and Worcester 23.6 inches here. Water temperature 42 degrees here. And if you're going skiing, perfect weather. Saturday podcast got about 32. Sunday got about 36 degrees. And everything, if you didn't shovel it, it's going to freeze over overnight. That could lead to podcast. So if you're walking outside tomorrow, be aware of the slippery conditions here. And with the heavy wet snow, that could lead to power outages here. As here in Norton, including myself, I have lost power for 6 hours beginning at 1:10 p.m. and back on at 7:06 p.m. And the latest. All right. We're going to take a look at the outage map for National Grid in Massachusetts here. And 48,819 customers with National Grid in Massachusetts in the dark here. Here in Norton here, a couple of outages around Reservoir Street and area around 123 East Wheaton College and around the South Washington Street, and another outages in eastern Massachusetts between Burt, Plain, and Bay Roads around Lake Winnicott there. For Rhode Island, 21,568 customers in the dark with National Grid in Rhode Island in the dark here. And for Eversource, and for Eversource, 37,324 customers in the dark here. So I'm over 85,000 customers in eastern Massachusetts in the dark, 21,000 in Rhode Island, for a total of around 106,000 customers in the dark without power tonight. So I feel for those people who don't have any power to generate to have lights for the home, electricity to keep coming in, and no heat could lead to cold room. So I'm hoping that people will find some Yankee ingenuity here to keep themselves warm in the dark homes here and use flashlights if possible here, but don't use candles because they can start a fire here. Or use your car engine as a heater, because that will bring in carbon monoxide.
But if don't, stay with a friend or go to a shelter. Okay, look at that forecast discussion around the region here. High pressure brings dry weather this weekend with above normal temperatures by Sunday. A period of 2 accumulating snow is collected Monday and Wednesday, especially across eastern Massachusetts, but it's uncertain that this will be mainly a nuisance event or a significant winter storm and near term until 6 a.m. Saturday morning. No major changes in the ongoing forecast. Continue to monitor temperatures, which continue to fall tonight. Winds are still a bit gusty, so that the slow radiation cool a bit, but otherwise, light winds and clear skies, and tonight and quiet weather here. And special weather statement here. Temperatures are expected to drop rapidly this evening and overnight in the teens and low 20s. This will lead to rapid freezing of untreated roadways and walkways, which could become slippery with black ice. And these community are urged to use caution and allow for extra time as the ice may be difficult to see. Day 1 tonight, we're not expected time. Day 2 to 7 Saturday for Thursday. A period or 2 of accumulated snow is likely Monday and Wednesday. Remember, it's highly uncertain we will be dealing with just nuisance snow or a significant winter storm. In addition, there will be a potential for some pockets of minor coastal flooding along the eastern Massachusetts coast on Monday. Pockets of minor coastal flooding with a low risk of moderate coastal flooding are possible on Tuesday, but will depend on where and the low pressure develops here. So don't get your hopes up high for another storm. I know. I'm a hardy New England, but be calm and I'll keep my eye to see where the storm goes. And don't get your hopes up high. Be calm and be informed. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this for tonight. Clear skies about 13 degrees. Northwest about 5 to 10 miles an hour for Saturday. South skies about 38 degrees. Saturday night. Forecast skies about 13 degrees. Southwest wind about 3 to 8 miles to southward about 3 to 6 miles for Sunday. South skies about 44 degrees. Light and variable wind. Sunday night. Chance of snow may after 5 a.m. Most skies about 26 degrees. Northwest east wind about 3 to 8 miles and chance rate is 30%. For Monday, snow high at 30 degrees. Chance rate is 8%. Monday night, snow like the class got about 20 degrees. Chance rate is 6%. Tuesday, snow like May before 4 p.m. Class got low high about 33 degrees. Chance rate is 6%. Tonight, a chance of snow before 2 a.m. Then a chance of snow showers after 2 a.m. Most skies got about 20 degrees. Chance rate is 40%. Wednesday, chance of snow showers. Most skies got about 38 about 20 degrees. Chance rate is 30%. Thursday, parts of the podcast got about 31 to about 11 degrees. And for Friday, parts of got about 29 degrees. Here's wherever phrase of the night. A splendid weekend on tap after Friday snow. Peers, we have a good night with a good positive and I'll see you tomorrow morning with a more important. And be safe outside. Good night. And be safe in your homes. Good night.